November 30th, 1991. I cannot leave my bedroom. I cannot face him. I have lost my baby. My baby has slipped between my fingers, leaving me forever, never to come back. I feel empty. James feels empty. He has tried speaking with me, but I have nothing to say. There is nothing I want to say anymore. The doctor says that many women have miscarriages, and it should not stop me from trying again. But there is a cloud of discouragement over my head. It floats there, never to go away. I want my baby. Goddess, please, I need my baby. December 1st, 1991. I feel sad today. I feel sad every day. I want my baby back. Please, please, Goddess, give me my child. December 5th, 1991. James says we can try again when I am ready, but I know she will take my baby again. She took my baby and I will never forgive her. James tells me that I need time to heal. I love him. It is soon, but I know I love him. He has hurt me, but I love him. Is that why she took my baby? Because I'm a weak woman in her eyes? I close the diary and regret having opened it in the first place. I get up from my bed and set the diary back on my desk, not wanting to think about Juliana's pain. I wish I could travel back and tell her that she doesn't have to be discouraged, because one day she would have a son, one day she would have a child. Since I've been home, bored and lonely, my daydreams have grown from wishful thoughts to intricate, imaginary parts of my life. Some of them are with James, and some of them are not. Those are the frightening ones, the ones where I am wrinkled and alone, sitting in this house, day by day, never leaving, never dying, just existing with no purpose, no mother, no mate, no child to care for, nothing. And I think about this often, which causes me to scold myself for not making any friends. I should have sat with those people at the table or chatted with that possible Stacy more. But no, my mother has been telling me about a boy she thinks I should meet. I told her off, angry, upset, flaming up to my room, only to lock myself in and hide. The idea of meeting a boy makes me physically sick. The boy's name is Noah, and he is my age. He's my mother's friend's son, and my mother will not stop mentioning him. I told her that I have no interest in meeting anyone, but she's persistent. She's invited her friend and the boy over for dinner tonight, and I swore that I wouldn't come down from my room like a stubborn child. I swore that I will never meet this boy if it is the last thing I do. What am I scared of? Losing my one chance, I suppose. Losing James, my one and only mate. A person who was never supposed to exist. The person who shunned me, who showed a hint of love, then pushed me away for my own benefit. Would he think me weak if I told him that after everything he has done, I didn't want to leave? I wanted to stay and work through this, fix the mistakes made, give forgiveness, and move on if he was willing. Does that make me weak? Did forgiving James make Juliana weak? I don't think she's weak. I think she's strong sometimes, but broken on the inside. Is that me? Am I labeling myself as strong, only to mask that I'm destroyed by everything that has happened? I don't know. I can't tell if I'm broken or not. A brief warning knock comes to my door before my mother opens it and peeks inside. They'll be here any minute. Can you get dressed? I lay on my bed and peer up at her. I already told you that. Ray, please. Stop acting like this. It's been weeks. It's time to move on now. My eyes harden as that familiar feeling of betrayal fumes up. I sit up swiftly. Time to move on? Time to move on? He's my mate. He was your mate, she interrupts. Not anymore. I have a need to break things, to slam the door in her face and throw everything in this obnoxious room out the window. I need to scream and stomp my feet and cry about how he is still my mate. He's my mate. He didn't reject me. He is still mine. Get out. Just because you got over Dad's death so quickly doesn't mean I'm as cold-hearted as you. I can see the sudden hurt and anger in her eyes before she turns her back on me and returns downstairs. I hear the doorbell ring, and I can't help but swing the door shut, not wanting to hear a word from any of them. I have to calm down. I have to cool. Without a thought, I rush out the door and down the steps, past my mother and through the front door, forcing the mother and son to part. My mother voice calls after me, but I continue to run off towards the trees. Once I am covered and alone, I take a deep breath and look around for an extra presence. Taking my clothes off, I set them at the base of the nearest tree and shift. The process hurts a bit due to the fact that it's been a while, but when the mist feeling of my fur against the breeze and my paws in the dirt return to me, I feel free. Without wasting another second, I'm off into the forest to blow off some steam. I haven't been on a run like this in a long time. My father and I used to go on runs together when I was young. He would take me off of pack territory to go down to the lake just a mile away, and there we would swim and I would tell him things that I could never tell my mother. I didn't whine about how I'll never have a mate, but I told him that I was unsure about my future, where I would end up. He told me not to worry about it now, because things end up how they are supposed to end up. All I can do is hang on until the end and enjoy the journey to it. Maybe I have been overdramatic. Maybe all I need is to do my best and see where I'll end up. I just have to follow my heart, follow what I want, and things should be the way they were meant to be. I don't want to be alone, old, and trapped in that house for the rest of my life. And I will do what I want to make sure it doesn't happen. Even if I fail, I will know that I tried. After a few more minutes, I return to my clothes and shift back, slipping them on and heading towards the house. When I tiredly walk through the front door, left unlocked for me, I hear their voices coming from the dining room. My mother must have heard the door open and close, because I hear her call, "Ray, please come here." I take a deep breath before going to her. "Yes?" I ask while appearing in front of them, scanning over the strangers at the table. Their eyes turn to me, and I try to not disappear. This is Esther and her son, Noah. She smiles at me with a hidden frustration behind it that only I can see. I nod and look at them. Esther is around my mother's age, maybe a tad younger, and beside her is Noah. He is a handsome guy, and he smiles at me. Like his mother, he has light brown hair and dark brown eyes, his skin more tan than pale. Even though he is sitting, it is clear that he is tall. He's just like the others, the people I grew up with who all seem to be perfect. He is one of the boys at the gathering who I see dancing with many girls who aren't his mate. I don't smile back, and I can't help but think about James. "Hello," I say blandly, not trying to sound rude. Esther smiles. "It's nice to finally meet you. Your mother's told us about your trip to see a friend at another pack, and we've been waiting to finally put a face to the name." My heart caves in. Oh yes, I stayed a little longer than I expected to, but it's good to be home. My mother looks at me with satisfaction. I should get cleaned up. My clothes were dirtied by the forest floor. "All right," my mother says. "Come back down when you're done." I nod again and head for the stairs, but before I make it on the first step, an unfamiliar voice grabs me. "Hey, I thought I should introduce myself." I look back to see the guy, Noah. I stay quiet. I know it's weird that our moms are trying to set us up, but I would like to get to know you if that's all right. I swallow and cross my arms. I have a mate. He looks somewhat surprised, but I can't tell if he's faking it or not. "Oh, I'm sorry. Your mother said it didn't work out between you two, so..." "She said that?" I drop character, but quickly pick it back up. "Well, I don't know why she would say that." Noah nods his head awkwardly. "I'm sorry for assuming." "No. Now I feel guilty." "You don't have to be. It's not your fault." He smiles half-heartedly and shifts back towards the dining room. But I say, "I wouldn't mind making a friend, though. I mean, ever since I got back, I've had no one to hang out with." Noah nods. "Yeah, that would be cool." I motion to the stairs, and he lets me go. Never would I have seen myself asking to be someone's friend, to have someone to hang out with. It is terribly unlike me, but my boxed up, hidden away attitude cannot be good for me. Making a friend for once can't hurt, right? I'm not sure what we would do together or talk about, but he seemed keen on the idea of it. I hope he was not just being nice about it. I hope he took me seriously and not seeing it as an offer out of pity. I get an uneasy feeling as I walk towards my bedroom, my brief moment of accomplishment fading away as something tickles my nose. Hesitantly, I open the door to see a figure inside. My heart jolts forward. The stranger turns around, making my lungs gasp for air. James? I immediately close the door behind me and turn to him with wide eyes. His scent is muffled, and I can't tell if I am imagining him or not. What are you doing here? James nears me, and my heart begins to race. The sight of him makes me feel secure, a warm feeling spreading throughout my shaking body. The darkness of my bedroom shadows his face, making him a figure in the night, something my eyes could be playing tricks with. Once close enough, the moonlight from my window lightens up his face, and my throat grows dry. He reaches out to me, takes my hand in his, showing me that he is indeed real. I'm here to finalize things, Ray, he says, his voice less smooth than it has been in the past. I struggle to speak, bringing me back to when I first met him. You're going to reject me now? I can see his jaw clench. Yes. A shower of sadness rains down on me in one abrupt wave. My entire body is weighed down and my chest struggles to rise. My eyes can do nothing else but look up at him, hoping he sees that I am unwilling. My lip quivers like a lost child's. Don't. It's all I can't muster, and he lets out a breath, his glaze tearing from mine. Ray, no, I murmur, quiet so no one downstairs hears me, but also quieted by my swelling throat. Just don't. Not yet? I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready to let go. When will you be ready? He asks, not really asking though. I won't. I don't want you to reject me. James looks down at me, as if he's trying to figure me out, a puzzle he just can't put together. When I told you that you had to go home, you agreed. You left without a problem. Because I didn't know if you wanted me there. I'm not going to stay somewhere I'm not wanted. I don't want you there, he says calmly. With nothing to lose, I ask, why? He sighs and drifts further into my bedroom, not focused on anything around him. Because I don't want to hurt you anymore. You need to be somewhere you can be happy. But you cannot tell me that you were happy at my pack, Ray. You won't. You were miserable. You were doing anything to get out. I don't know how to make him understand, because I hardly understand it myself. Maybe it was that one hint of kindness that gave me hope. Do you want me there? He stays quiet. So if I were to come back, you would hurt me again? Would nothing change? Is this what you want? To reject me? If this is what you want, I'm not going to try and change your mind. You can reject me right now then. There is a pause before he says, it doesn't matter what I want. But do you want me there? I press. Would you treat me the same? James' eyes bleed into darkness. You can't trust me. Disappointment slaps me in the face. So you wouldn't change? What about my things? What about in the kitchen when you... Enough. No, you can't give me hope only to push me away. It's not fair. I told you what I wanted that night, and you pushed me away. You sent me back here, and I've been miserable. Stop acting like you don't want me one minute. Then, that you need to send me away for my own good the other? Just tell me what you want, and not what you feel like you need to say. Tell me the truth. Ray, my mother suddenly calls from downstairs. Aren't you coming back down? Frustrated, I call back. Yes, just give me a second. My head spins as I look back to James. He sits on the edge of my bed. I just want you to be happy. I near him. I'll be happy if you treat me how you want to treat me, not what you learned from your father. James tenses, and I realize what I had said. My eyes glance over to the diary on my desk, and I hope he doesn't see it. I hope he's never seen it in his life. What did you just say? He doesn't sound angry, but rather caught off guard. I drag my bottom lip through my teeth discreetly, fighting the need to bite down and pay for what I had said. Teresa and Gail told me you were like your father. He stands up from my bed. Don't lie to me. Where did you hear about my father? He's bringing out the alpha in him. Part of me is annoyed by the plethora of times he's lied to me, but I hold it back for another day. I just assumed. Ray? My mother calls again, slicing through the moment. I groan and head to the door. Just wait here. I'll be right back. Before James can protest, I slip through and close the door behind me. Now worked up, the sight of my mother and her friend and Noah irks me. I wish I could yell about how I'm dealing with something important upstairs. They smile. You're not even changed. My mother points out the obvious. I know. I was thinking about taking a shower, actually. The dirt is just everywhere. I mutter and make a quick move to leave, but my mother reels me back. Well, if you're not coming back down, say goodbye. I take a steady breath. Of course. It was nice meeting the both of you. Hope we can really get into things next time. Sorry for my spotty presence. The two look somewhat pleased. I better clean up now. Have a good night. Just before my escape, my mother snatches me back. Your towels are in the laundry room. I cleaned them. I nod and dash off, not wanting to be stalled any longer while James is in my bedroom alone. I rush up the steps and collect myself in a flash before gently opening the door. He's sitting on the bed again with something in his hands. My heart thumps hard when I realize it's the diary. He doesn't look up from the pages when he asks, "Where did you get this?" I feel the door against my back. I found it in the house. Where? Not sure if he is upset or not. I proceed cautiously. In the library. The one that is blocked off by a bookshelf? He finally looks up at me, only making my heart race even more. You went into a blocked-off room and took her diary? Does that not seem like a boundary to not cross? I was upset. I was looking for anything to distract myself. You're the one who just showed up in my bedroom unannounced. James closes the diary and tosses it beside him on my bed. Your bedroom is different than my dead mother's diary, Ray. And if I remember clearly, you came into my bedroom unannounced first. Now, how much do you know? About your mother? Yes, about my mother. You've been reading her struggles for entertainment for a while now. I step forward. Entertainment? That diary is the only thing that gave me a sense of clarity. It was someone to relate to while you stomped all over me. There is a moment of silence as James looks to be off in thought. I stand at the door watching him, waiting for something. The sight of him on my bed is bizarre to me, some weird mix of my old life and my new one. They don't belong together. You're just like her, aren't you? He says, more relaxed than before. I move away from the door, closer to him. At the beginning, maybe, not anymore. Why's that? I am careful with my words. Your mother didn't heal, did she? James sighs shortly. No. I don't know if she ever forgave your father. He let her in, and she just took it and tried to act like everything was normal. Then after the baby. What baby? James cuts in. I thought he knew. Maybe I've gone too far. I'm sorry. No, Ray. What baby? She had a miscarriage, I say slowly. I didn't read too far on it, but she seemed very distraught and upset over it. She asked the moon goddess for her child back many times. I don't know. She just didn't sound right. He peers down at the floor. I'm sorry. I should have never taken it. His eyes find mine once again. Why do you want to come back, after everything I've done? I sit beside him on my bed and take the diary in my hands. Because I'm not your mother. I know that you're fighting yourself. I just wish you would tell me why. James takes the diary and sets it on his other side. I didn't want you to end up like her. I was ignorant, believing that having a mate would have weakened me. I didn't want to grow attached to you, but I couldn't let you go, like you said. Once I realized I was following in my father's footsteps, I needed to send you away. I couldn't let you end up like her. My heart seems to flourish. What happened to her, James? She killed herself when I was young. I always believed it was my father's fault, and he did too. But maybe there was more. I'm sure it's all in here, he says, motioning to the diary. Keep it. You'll probably understand her better than I would. It's time for me to go. Go? I blurt. What do you mean? I have to get back to the pack before anyone realizes I was gone. My brows furrow together. What are you talking about? No one knows you're here? Doesn't Alpha Waters know you're here? Is that why I can hardly smell you? James stands up. Things aren't too good between your Alpha and I. I thought it best that he doesn't know I'm here. Well, I'm coming with you. I can't stay here. James nears me and takes my hand in his, covering it with his own. You're safe here. But what about everything we just... I'm bringing you back with me, he assures me. Just not tonight. Not when I have to trespass on your Alpha's land to get to you. When things settle down, I'll bring you back. When's that going to be? James must see the worry in my eyes because he places both of his hands on either side of me, filling me with warmth from his touch. Don't worry, it will be soon. When will I see you next? Maybe a few days. It's hard for me to escape my own land without issues to stop me. I take a deep breath. Okay, just promise you won't leave me here. Of course I wouldn't leave you. He mirrors the open window, and I watch as he swiftly jumps down and lands smoothly on the ground. My hands grip the windowsill as he shifts into a large, dark wolf and blends seamlessly into the forest and beyond. I stand at my window for a few more minutes before closing it and turning to the shower, still feeling the sensation of his touch on my body. I slept better last night after our conversation, after seeing him and feeling him again. It confirmed and renewed feelings I've held for him. Feelings I don't know should exist, ones that may be wrong but inevitable. All I know is that when I saw him in my bedroom, a part of me felt whole. He's not the same as he was when we first met. I can see that now. He talked to me, opened up to me, came clean. It gives me even more hope than I had before, and that makes me nervous. In my mind, our story had ended when James told me he was here to reject me. But now so much has changed because of one conversation. One conversation, and now I know that he wants me too. That's what James meant when he said he was bringing me home, right? He wants me there. He wants to try and fix things between us. I have to reroute my mind again. It was heading towards a life alone, but now it may be going the opposite way. There still may roadblocks and issues keeping me hesitant about him, but I'm confident in this. That woman, she's one of them. The green-eyed woman who haunted the hallways at night. The fact that he was with her? It's a tremendous roadblock. I never want to be hurt like that again. I don't know if I trust him after witnessing those events. His kind words last night make me want to, but sleeping with someone else is like a brand to my heart. It sounds still echo in my mind when I think about it. The only reason that shines a bit of clarity on the entire thing is that he may have done it to forget about me. I thought of this before, but was too unsure to believe it. Now that I know he wants me there, the thought doesn't seem so dubious. He told me that I'm always in his head, and I can't help but wonder if I was then too. Did he really need someone else to stop thinking about me? It doesn't make up for the act, though. I hate that woman, I always will, and forgiving James for it seems difficult right now. I don't want him to forget how much it hurt me, how many tears I shed because of it. James can't forget that. Even now, when he's at his pack house alone, I wonder if she is there. I doubt that I could feel it from this far away. I wonder if he's loving her and only telling me what I need to hear. When it comes to her, I don't know if I can believe him. Due to my mother's pushing, I'm on my way to see Noah. Since yesterday, we didn't get to talk much. He agreed to meet at the open field near my house, but I can hardly think about making friends when I know James will be coming back any day. Will it be tomorrow or the next day or the next? Should I wear my nice pajamas just in case he sneaks in again? Should I try so hard? Should I make it seem like I don't care? All the other girls know this, but again, I missed out on such dilemmas when I was younger. I come up to the field to find it empty, so I sit down in the grass to wait for Noah. The weather is nice today, and the soft breeze brings a rough hum into the air from the leaves brushing against each other above. The clouds are white, not a hint of gray, and the grass doesn't seem to itch my legs as usual. Everything is nice. Everything is calm, and I can't help but get lost in my thoughts. A sudden dropping presence pulls me back to reality as I notice Noah sitting down beside me. I take in a short breath and accept that I have to talk now. "Oh, hi," I say, recovering from the surprise. "Hey," Noah asks, "you thinking about something? You looked like it, and I didn't know if I should interrupt." He has that boyish charm that all the girls around here seem to like. He's one of them, the people I stayed away from, because they all seemed too oblivious to real life. They snuck off Packland, flirted with people who aren't their mate, danced and secretly drank, all for fun. They do bad things to feel free and never talk about finding their mate until they found them. And once they do, it's all they talk about. He's one of them, the happy people. I smile because I think it's what friendly people do. "Oh, no, I was just waiting for you." Noah is one of the boys who enjoy the gathering, as I said. They talk to girls, laugh, enjoy being together. They're the boys who get into trouble and rant out having to become a guard or anything below leadership. They're the boys girls want to be mated to. I can see why. Noah seems likable. He's handsome. He has a sweet smile. If I were any other girl, I would be pleased to be his mate. Hope he didn't wait too long. I shake my head. No. He gazes off into the trees, and I struggle to conjure up a conversation. Talking to him is harder than talking to girls like Stacy. "So, you don't have a mate?" Oh, what a lousy way to start things off. The obvious choice, but clearly a delicate topic. It only takes me a second to regret the question, but I can't help but be curious about it. There is nothing wrong with Noah on the surface, so I'm assuming she didn't reject him. Maybe he rejected her. He lets out a nervous laugh, and I want to dash off. It's too late. I've already ruined things. "Well, she died. My body sinks into the ground. What have I done?" I swallow and knot my fingers together in my lap. "Oh," I murmur. "Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have asked. Sorry." "No," he brushes it off. "It's all right. You didn't know. It's been 2 years. So don't worry too much about it. It's not a fresh wound." I nod. "How old are you?" "I'm 20. I found her when I was 18, and she died a few days after." I didn't really know her, if that's why you're asking. A few days. I want to ask how she died, but I know that it would be crossing the line. "Wow," I say, not knowing what else to say. "That's terrible." Noah nods, and we look forward for a bit before he says, "So, you have a mate?" Yeah," I say as if I'm lying. "I do." "Does he belong to this pack?" I suppose it's only fair to talk about James since I asked about his mate. But I know I can't tell him the entire truth. He doesn't. He belongs to the Grant pack. "Shouldn't you be there then?" I look over at him, and he seems somewhat amused. It's probably because my mother told him that James and I didn't work out. He probably thinks I'm a loon. I should be, but we're waiting a bit. Until things get better between our packs, I think. So he's must be an important guard. What position does he hold? The only position I know is the position my father held. He works for one of the Alpha's personal guards. Theodore is one of James's personal guards. And it's odd to think of my imaginary mate working for him. Noah smiles. "What a coincidence. I'm training to work for one of Alpha Water's personal guards." "That is a coincidence." "Weird," I mutter, hoping he doesn't ask more about it. Quickly, I change the subject. "So, our moms are friends. I didn't know that until last night." Part of me wants to tell Noah that my mate is really Alpha Grant. I want to act like the other girls and brag about him, how important he is, as if he were a king. I would never talk about the times he's hurt me, though. A king only seems so great until it's discovered that he's just as human as the rest of us. When I first found out that I was mated to an alpha, all I could do was doubt it. But now knowing that James is capable of great mistakes, the concept of us being mated doesn't seem so wrong. It's only a title, though titles give power. How much power does he have over me? I can't reject him. That's one thing. Noah and I continue to talk about things that don't really matter, and I can't tell if I enjoy it or not. It is a lot of work, having to entertain someone for so long, having to think up new topics and amuse. He doesn't seem bored, and I'm thankful for that. I may not be making a fool out of myself. After we say goodbye and go our separate ways, I walk into my bedroom and feel as if weights have been lifted off of me. Not having to talk to anyone right now is a wonderful thing. I will enjoy the silence for as long as I can. The diary sits back on my desk and begs me to read. James said it was okay, so the guilty feeling has mostly left. But now that I know she committed suicide, I don't know if I should read it. The diary is addressed to her future self, and I pray to the goddess that it isn't me. After I eat dinner and change into my nice pajamas and brush my hair and teeth, the diary continues to prod at me until I open it. December 7th, 1991. I told James I wanted to try again, but he said it was too soon, that I was not actually ready. He is probably right. All I can think about is the life I would have had with my child. I wonder if it was a boy or a girl. I'm sure James wanted a boy so he could train him to be alpha right away, but I wanted a girl. I wanted to brush her hair and braid it and tie little bows into it. I wanted to paint her room the softest pink and get her little shoes with bows on the toes. She would have been a daddy's girl. I know James would have loved her. I would have named her Jane. We would have been Jane, James, and Juliana. It would have been ridiculous but perfect. I hope the goddess is happy with my child. I hope she is satisfied with stealing another's baby. I have stopped praying to her. I have stopped believing that she is anything good. She cannot steal a woman's baby and be something worthy of prayers. I wonder if she steals all Luna's babies. I hope not. I hope the women to come from this bloodline do not have their children taken from them. If I ever have a son, may his mate be careful. May his daughter be careful. May her daughter be careful. To all of them, we cannot trust her. I close the diary and take a deep breath. The breeze creeps in through my open window, and I quickly get up to close it. The room is dark. The moon is hidden tonight. I cannot trust Juliana. It has been almost a week since I've seen James, and I can't help but worry. What if he's never coming back for me? What if it was all a lie? I can't die here alone. I just can't. These last few days I've put all my eggs in one basket. Tonight I sit in bed waiting like the past few nights. My tiredness has been scared off by excitement and anxiety and a thumping heart. After another hour, I can't help but lay down. As much as I fight myself, my eyes can't help but close. I'll open them abruptly once I feel myself falling asleep, but soon I'm oblivious to everything around me. I am submerged in a dreamland. It feels like only a few minutes later when there's a gentle hand on my arm. At first, I think that I'm dreaming something incredibly realistic. But when my eyes open and the familiar shadowed corners of my bedroom appear, I immediately look up. James is sat on my bed, looking down at me. He takes his hand off of my arm and says quietly, "I'm sorry for waking you." With my brain still asleep, my eyes roll to the small clock on my bedside table from when I was 13. It's a retro, pink, ugly clock whose smoldering digits tell me that I've been asleep for almost an hour. I then peer back to James and blink a few times before slowly sitting up in my sheets, not registering anything. "You're here?" I mumble, rubbing my puffy eyes. "Yes, I'm sorry I had to come so late." His voice wraps around me like ribbon. That's okay. Are we leaving now? No, not tonight, he says softly. I should let you get back to sleep. No, I protest, sounding more awake. I'm fine, don't go. He nods, but before he can speak, my tired mind finds it best to bring up the things that have been bothering me the past few days. Why did you do it? Sleep with her, I mean. James looks off at the open window. I don't know anymore, he says, then looks back to me. I'm sure it was to make myself believe that I didn't need you, to forget about you, to stop thinking about you, to force myself to believe I could be with someone else. I rest against my headboard and bring my knees to my chest, not willing to let go of the warmth in my bed. The open window allows the cold bleed inside. James seems to notice this because he gets up to close it. Can you? I ask. He slides the glass down and turns to me. I can't forget about you. I can't get you off of my mind. He nears me and sits back down. Can you be with someone else? No, he breathes out. I can't. Satisfaction fills me. I want to go back to your pack. I don't want to be here. Is it really so bad? I sigh. My mother tells everyone that we didn't work out, so now she's trying to introduce me to other people. James looks interested. Other people? Other guys. There's this guy named Noah. Noah? Who's Noah? I'll tell you if you'll let me, I say, somewhat fueled to carry on, to give him a taste of his own medicine. He's this guy, and his mate died 2 years ago. Our mothers are friends, so my mom is trying to set us up. It's sad and awkward. She thinks I'm crazy because I won't let you go. But she doesn't know all of this, what's happened. Do you see why I can't stay here now? James grabs my hand, and my eyes drop to the wanted connection. You don't know how bad I want to take you back, Ray. Then take me back. I'll sneak off of the land with you. I've snuck off of yours before. What? James, I say, changing the subject. Please, I don't want to stay here any longer. What could be so bad between you and Alpha Waters? It's complicated. I cross my arms. Well, next time then? Hopefully next time. I can't promise anything, but things are looking good as of now. There is a moment of silence between us, and I can hear the crickets outside. I can't help but yawn. Aren't you tired? James squeezes my hand that is still in his too. I can't be. I have to be alert to slip past the guards at the borders. I know, but it's 1 a.m. On a limb, I say, you should lay down, at least for a bit. He gives me an unsure look, so I scoot to the other side of my bed. I know you're tired. I don't know what it is inside of me that wants him to lay down so badly. The clash of my old life and new life is pushed to the back of my head, and all I want is to be close to him while I can, knowing he has to leave soon. The empty feeling when he's gone makes me needy. Ray, James starts, but I stop him. Will you just let me be close to you? I've been pushed away for so long, I just want to be close to you. I can't help but move back, grabbing his hands as he did mine. I just want a connection. My eyes wander down to his lips unknowingly, almost telling him what I want. He steadily moves closer until his forehead is against mine, and I can't help it. I bring my lips to his, bringing back a familiar sensation. He is careful, slow, testing to see if this is something he is allowed to do. It can't be any more different than the first time when he pushed me against the wall and kissed me. When I gave in for only a second, then pushed away. This time is better, less angry, more openly wanted. It's slow. It's full of caution. I'm taking him back to the beginning, as if this is our first kiss and the other one didn't exist. This is my first kiss in my mind. I improvise, trying to do what seems right, but no anxious feelings are bubbling inside of me. James knows what he's doing, and I don't know if I like that or not. I think I will, but I can't help but wish he was just as inexperienced as I. I hope he doesn't realize I'm an amateur at such things. That girl, the green-eyed ghost, must know what she's doing. His hand comes up to my cheek, his skin cold and fresh, stealing the warmth from within me. We continue to move gently in unison until he begins to pull away. Jane's hand brushes past my jaw and falls once we're apart. He looks into my eyes. I'll lay down for a bit. I move over again and watch as he lays down beside me. He looks calm, tired but relaxed. My scent must be rocking him to sleep, and knowing this makes me happy. I steadily lay down beside him, nervous to be facing him, but finding it awkward if I didn't. The sight of his head on my pillow seems unreal, and I can't help but contemplate the chances of this being a dream. My younger self would surely think so. A man in this bed of denial? Back then, it was as likely as the earth being flat. Natural reactions come for me, and I close my eyes. My sleep is deep and endless, but not frightening. When I wake in the morning, he is gone. I sit in bed for a while, wishing he was still here, wanting to know what it would feel like to wake up next to him. He is my green-eyed girl. He sneaks in at night, stays, then leaves before I wake up. I want to be back at his pack. I want to be understood. Ever since James has opened up, my feelings towards him have grown. His scent lingers on my bed, like a distant memory, and I lay for moments longer, just to soak it all in, until it completely fades away. I don't want to wait another 5 days to see him. I want him now, all the time. No boundaries, no pack issues, no worries, but forgiveness, acceptance, and love. I could love him. I could really love him. When I close my eyes, I see it. The choices he's made have been wrong ones, but I have to try at least and understand. He slept with her to prove to himself that he doesn't need me. He does. He needs me. Shouldn't I be happy? Why can't I stop thinking about the green-eyed girl and her creeping steps down the hall? When I go back, I never want to see her again. She will never be allowed at the pack house, even within a specific range of James. I know it's not her fault, but she saw me, and she didn't stop. She could have asked who I was. She could have told James that she knew I was there. She could have apologized that night when I told her to leave. She's not sorry. She's not a bit sorry. She's only sorry for herself. With my head against my pillow, I focus in on the diary and roll away. Are all women touched by those men some version of insane? If he touches me, will I become infected too? Has it already happened? My head is a jungle. I don't know what to believe anymore. Is Juliana right? Is her mate James good or bad? Is my James lying to me? Does the green-eyed girl still creep through those halls? Am I never leaving this house? Will James continue to tell me next time, whenever he sneaks in at night? Part of me thought he would be here when I woke up. Part of me thinks he dreams about us as I do. Some things I just can't convince my entire self of. When he's here, I'll believe every word he says. When he's in my bed, I can't help but think of doing everything he says. The bond is dangerous. I don't know if it is leading me towards happiness or disappointment. I want to trust James. I really do. Later in the day, I walk towards my pack house with my head held high. A guard stops me on my way, asking what my business is being so close. I tell him that I am Alpha Grant's mate, and the guard looks unsure. Ask the Alpha yourself then. I'm supposed to be meeting with his Luna. The guard walks me to the door, and one of the house workers answers. She says she's meeting with the Luna, the guard reports. The Luna? The Luna is off with the children this afternoon. Are you sure? Who are you? The house worker asks me. Look, I'm Alpha Grant's mate, and I just need to talk with Alpha Waters. You said you were meeting with the Luna. The guard traps me and grabs my arm, ready to drag me away. I'm Alpha Grant's mate. I'm not lying, I counter firmly, not willing to give up. I'm the Luna of the Grant pack. Now let go of me. Sure you are, the guard mutters and pulls me back. A robust and familiar voice from inside nears the door. What is it, Wendy? My Alpha takes the houseworker's place in the door, and his eyes seem to shift from the sight of me. He knows. He must know. Alpha Waters, I need to talk to you, please. Alpha Waters motions for the guard to let go of me and shoo, and the guard obeys immediately. He brings me inside and sits me down in his office, a place I never thought I would be in. Only very important people or very bad people come in here. I hope he doesn't see me as a bad one for James' possible conflicts with him. Alpha Waters takes his seat, and I hold my strength. I'm sorry for coming unannounced. I should probably explain. I know who you are. I know your position. Though I do wonder why you are here and not at the Grant Pack. That's actually why I came to talk with you, I say, trying to keep my voice smooth. I'm here to talk about the issues between the Grant Pack and your pack. Issues? Alpha Waters questions, confusing me. Yes, the problems you have with Alpha Grant. There are no issues between our packs, Miss East. You must have gotten mixed up somewhere. The Grant Pack and the Waters Pack are very much allies in the past and present. James is no good. James is bad for me, for my mental health, my physical health, my everything. I let him fool me. I let myself believe that he cared for me. Thinking about it makes me furious with myself. How could I let him in? How could I kiss him and lay in bed with him? For all I know, he could have strangled me in my sleep. He could have contemplated suffocating me with the pillow he laid his head on. How could he hurt me again? How could I let him? James was never going to bring me back and love me like I let myself believe. I want to yell at him and never see him again at the same time. He's embarrassed me in front of my alpha, gave me hope when there was none, and has the guts to lay in my bed with me, knowing that everything he's been feeding me is lies. He is a monster. It is cruel and manipulative. After fleeing the pack house like an idiot, I locked myself in my bedroom, ignoring my mother's questions and abandoning my plans with Noah. For hours I have been in here, and for hours I plan to stay. What do I do the next time he comes? At Alpha Waters? Hide? Confront him in a rage of fury like I so badly want to do? He's probably been sleeping with her. On top of this, she's probably wearing my pajama shirt just so he can imagine the scent coming from her. And here I've been, waiting like a fool. Here I've been, staring out my window, naive and optimistic, waiting for him to emerge from the trees every night. Ray? My mother softly calls from the other side of my door along with knocking. Didn't you have plans with Noah today? Do you want me to tell him you don't feel well? Do you want me to reschedule? I don't answer. I haven't answered the last 2 times either. Oh, Ray, will you just tell me what happened? Unlock the door so we can talk. You don't understand, I murmur, not wanting to hear her say, I told you so. Honey, what happened? Is it Noah? Did he do something? I roll over in bed, constantly hot-headed with her. No, Mom, it's not Noah. Nothing is about Noah. My mother sighs, jiggling the handle. You're an adult. Act like one and open the door. You're not 16 anymore. You can't cry all day in your room and hate everyone. I can feel my mother growing impatient. Please, just leave me alone. Please go. Ray, open this door right. I'm not letting you in, so just leave me. I cry out. She hits the door. Fine, cry. Be glad you're not a Luna because they don't act like this. They aren't babied by their mothers. They don't lock themselves away. You wouldn't have made even a decent Luna. Her footsteps grow quiet. December 29th, 1991. James has agreed to try for another baby in the new year. I am excited for the possibility of a new life, another chance, but frightened by the possibility of losing another baby to her. She watches over me like a tyrant, ready to swipe. Things will be better in the new year. I can feel it. With the new year will come a new diary, and it will be filled with happiness, unlike this one. That will be my promise to myself, to write only of happy things. Hopefully, the journey of my pregnancy will be written in it, all the wonderful aches, emotions, sensations. A sudden knock at my door pulls me away. Expecting it to be my mother, I groan, but it's not. Ray, it's Noah. Your mother asked me to come by. Feeling betrayed and exposed, I shut the diary in panic. What? She asked if I would talk to you. She said you're upset, he says through the door. I swiftly shove the diary under my bed and sit up amongst my pillows, not knowing what to do. Well, right now's not a good time. She said it's about your mate. I thought maybe I could help. I bite my tongue before climbing off of my bed and opening the door. Noah hesitates before coming in, not knowing if he should cross the line into my private place. He stares for a moment at my bed, my messy sheets and thrown pillows forming a mountain range. I clear my throat, keeping the door open. I don't know what she told you, but nothing happened with my mate. Noah turns to me. You don't have to lie to me, Ray. It's not like I'm above you. My mate's dead, remember? I'm not lying. He gives me a look, and I'm sure I've never seen it before. Why are you scared of people knowing the truth? So what? You and your mate didn't work out. What's the big deal? No one is going to judge you. Not here, not me. It's not like that. It's not that simple. Then explain so I can understand. I cross my arms and lean against the wall. I can't. Some things just can't be said. Then tell me the things that can be. I sit down with Noah on the edge of my bed, oddly similar to how James and I were. He listens closely as I share what I can. He didn't want a mate. His father told him never to accept one, so when I came along, he was cold to me. He hardly spoke to me. He said rude things when he did. He was with this other girl when I was in the house at night. It was just terrible, and I thought that I could never forgive him, but I tried to. We had a few progressive conversations, and I was willing to try with him. I wanted to trust him after he's lied to me, I explain, but I found out he's lied again. Noah sighs. It sounds like a cycle to me. He's just going to keep lying to you, Ray. And even after all he's done before, you still wanted to be with him? You never tried to reject him? I couldn't bring myself to reject him, I lie. He sucks me back in. It's the bond. It's his face, his voice, everything. When we're apart, it hurts. All I want is to see him. It's because of the bond. Because you hasn't broken it, you have to reject him. My eyes wander down to my hands as they sit on my lap. I know, but I don't want to. Is that bad? Does that make me weak? Pathetic? Am I pathetic? Some part of me believes in him, that he wants the best for me. What if he's just making mistakes to protect me? What if the lies are for my own good? Noah shakes his head. Relationships aren't built off of lies. How could you trust him? You couldn't. You deserve better than that. I stay quiet. Noah reaches out and takes my hand in his, and it doesn't feel right. I know it's not right because he's not trying to be my friend. I look up at him when he moves closer, not sure what he's trying to do. When his foreign lips abruptly touch mine, I pull back. My eyes stray away from his flushed face, and I immediately stand up from my bed, stepping to the side. I don't think you should go. Ray, we're friends, Noah, I say firmly. That's what I first told you. I can't be with someone else. I know, he cuts me off. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that. I crossed the line. I'm good for you, Ray. And from what you've told me, he's not. You deserve better than him. Overwhelmed, I struggle to speak. I think you should go. Who is he? Who is this guy? Why can't you see that he's toxic? You're a good person. You deserve someone good in return. Noah, you should go. You have to reject him. Annoyed, I spill, I can't reject him, okay? I can't reject him. Why not? You're only holding yourself back. Because he's an alpha, Noah. I can't reject an alpha. Noah's face shifts to something blank. What? My mate is an alpha. There is a moment of silence between us before I notice something of a smile appearing on his face. Confused, I don't know what to say. Then, the smile grows and his entire appearance reeks of amusement. Come on, Ray. You don't have to lie just because you don't want to reject him. All my insides seem to fall. What? You don't have to lie that you're mated to an alpha, okay? I can understand if you don't want to reject him. I am not lying. It's Alpha Grant. Noah pulls a sad face to cover his threatening laughs. I told you, you can be honest with me. If you're not ready to end things now, That's fine. You can wait until you're. Get out. Oh, Ray, you don't have to get defensive. Noah, get the hell out of my house. Now he seems to snap back to life. Whoa, I didn't mean to upset you. Upset me? What? Am I not pretty enough to be mated to an alpha? It's so unbelievable that it's funny. You're an ass, Noah. You all are. Alpha or not, get out of my house and never come here again. Noah shrinks down and slips out the door. When he looks back, I shut it in his face, hoping to never see him again. Once his footsteps have faded into nothing, I slide down against my door, feeling terribly alone in this world. He was right about James, and I can't help but wonder if he was right about the other thing as well. Maybe I'm not pretty enough to be mated to an alpha, but I don't want to be her again. I don't want to turn into my 16-year-old self. I don't want to fear a life alone or get caught in a cycle of lies. I don't want to cry because James doesn't want me, and Noah finds me just good enough to spend time with. And my mother thinks I'd make a terrible Luna, and my world seems to be a dead end. I don't want to cry anymore. I've been sad for so long. I'm tired of being sad. It's exhausting. I should have seen this coming with Noah. I know his type. I know what he wants. I was just good enough to be with for him. I was the best of a bad situation. Nye being mated to an alpha was a joke. He's one of them, one of those people that I'll never understand. Noah will find someone else. He's pretty enough, he's charming enough, he knows how to get his foot in the door. I'm not worried about him, and I'm sure he's not worried about me. It only takes 2 minutes for my mother to come knocking at my door, asking why Noah left so soon without saying a word. I tell her I don't know why he left. I tell her that I think it's because we weren't a good fit. We wouldn't have made good friends. He was just someone to talk to, someone to share my secret with. It's safe with him because he doesn't believe it. I'm glad he doesn't believe it now. I hope he pities me. Maybe my story is too depressing to share with friends for a good laugh. James will be here in 4 days. Right now, I need to focus on that. I need to think about what I'm going to say.